Hi everyone, I'm just going to go through the ethical research guidelines, which is part of your proposal that you need to include. So you need to address ethical considerations as part of your proposal. These are the 12 guidelines that you need to follow. Now, depending on the type of research that you are conducting, some of these guidelines won't apply to you. Now, you need to explain how you're going to address these, and I will be going through and explaining how you might do that. So firstly, what part one, looking at the sensitivity of other people's feelings. If you're interviewing a controversial topic, for example, if you're looking at suicide, when talking or interviewing people, you need to be sensitive of their feelings. And if you think that at any stage they're not comfortable discussing with them, you need to stop the interview straight away. However, if you're not interviewing anyone, then this guideline doesn't apply to you. Question two, or part two, respect the dignity and worth of all people involved in your research. If you are interviewing or surveying anyone, regardless of what kind of topic you are doing, you need to address this. So you might say, I intend to respect the dignity and worth of all people involved in my research by being aware of their age, gender, cultural or language background, and any other status that may impact on my ability to talk to them. Dot point three, make sure that people who give information understand what your research is about. So if you're planning to interview or survey someone, you need to tell them that what you intend to use their information for. So when you survey someone, you need to first inform them that you are going to use the information they give you for your research project. And so the way that you would address this in your proposal would be, I intend to inform people when conducting surveys or interviews what the information they give me will be used for, and that would be it. Now, point four relates to point three. So you could include in that section there that you intend to get permission to use the information that you gather from the surveys and interviews. And point six also relates to this as well. So if you choose to interview or survey someone and they want to be kept confidential, you need to ensure that you would do that as well. Now, for part five, if you need to gain appropriate permission from your school or parent, you can just say that I have gained permission from my school to be able to research this question, and that's addressing that ethical consideration. You also need to make sure that you use the information that you research for the research project only. So if you've only asked permission to use the information collected from your surveys and your interviews for the research project, then you can only use it for that. You can't use it for another school assignment. And you would write this in your proposal as, I intend to only use the information collected for the purpose of my research project. Point eight, looking at acknowledging other people's words and ideas. This is making sure that you reference correctly. So you would say that I intend to reference all work correctly using the Harvard referencing system, and you need to make sure that the work that you produce is your own, which means that you need to ensure that you do not plagiarize other people's work, and that when you find information, or whether it be on the internet or through other research processes, that you convert it into your own words. So you may address that by saying or writing, I will ensure that the work that I produce is my own by summarizing and writing information in my own words. Question 9, or part 9, most people won't address, so you don't need to worry about that one. You then need to look up point 10 to make sure that your research question or topic is appropriate. So you can combine that with question 11. So you could say that my research project question has been approved by my teacher, which has been deemed appropriate for research. Questions 12, most people won't address. Okay, so that's how you address the research, the ethical research considerations, depending on the type of research that you are conducting.